Our objective, we're continuing on our lesson, I can multiply polynomials. I can multiply polynomials. Tell your neighbor the concept we're still on, please. And we already know what polynomials are. I gave you guys definition. We already experts at that. We're not looking at equations as expressions. I gave you guys steps. The very most imperative step is the distributing to each of the terms inside the parentheses. Remember that? From there, we identify like terms, combine like terms, and simplify. With that said, copy this one, please. Okay, here we go. First factor is 3ab. We're going to multiply times each term. Is that correct? 3 times 5, that's 15. A times a squared, that's a to the third. Do I have any b's here? So I just carry that b and I write it there. Next, this same factor times the second term. What's my coefficient here?
1.
What is 3 times 1? And it's a positive. Do I have any a's here? I carry the a. What is b times b? B squared. Now, I want to check. That was step 1, right? I distributed. Didn't I do that?
Yeah.
Step 2, identify like terms. Let's see. These are the same variables, but do they have the exact same exponents?
No.
No, so therefore we can't combine and we're done. All right, let's continue. Copy this next one, please. There it is. See if you can do that one by yourself this time a little bit faster. Here we go. So, first term is r. The second term is negative 3s. So, if you still get confused, just make sure you write your coefficient here of r, which is what? 1. So, therefore, here's my factor. I'm going to distribute. 5 times 1. 5. R squared times r. R cubed. Do we have an s in this term? No, we just write s squared. We carry that one over, right? Next, this same term, the factor times this second term. So what is 5 times negative 3? Negative 15. R squared. Do I have any r's here? No, I carry it. So what is s squared times s? S to the third. So now, I want to see if I can identify any like terms. That was my second step. Is that correct? Let's see. Do I have the same variables? Yes. Do they have the exact same exponents? No. So therefore, I'm done. Copy this next one, please. Okay, let's see. So, this one has 2 terms, is that correct? And this one is only one factor outside, so therefore I'm going to distribute that factor times each of these terms. So therefore, I'm going to start with the numbers. What is 1/2 times 6? 3. For those of us that don't see it, I want you to write it out. 1/2 times 6. In order to multiply these two, we add a 1 to the denominator of that one. That becomes 6 over 2. What is 6 divided by 2? 3. So remember, if you don't see it, write it out. Yep. All right, so that was the numbers. Now let's look at the variables. What is x squared times x? X to the third. What is y times y? Y to the second. Okay? So far, so good? So we already did the first term. Now the same factor, I'm going to multiply times the second term. What is 1/2 times 8?
4.
4, and it's a positive, so it's plus 4. X squared times x squared. X to the fourth, y times y squared. Y cubed, or y to the third power. So that was step 1. We distributed. Step 2, identify like terms. Are these the same variables as these? Yes. Do they have the same exact exponents? No. So we're done. Copy this next one, please. Just copy it, and I'm going to go ahead and do the first steps. Copy that, please. All right. Let me explain this one first. Here we go. If you notice, this one compared to the one that we just did earlier, notice that this one, the one we just did prior to that, this one has two terms inside of the parentheses. See that? But outside, it's only one term on that factor. Look at this one. Do you see two terms here? Yes, the s and then the minus 2. However, this factor has how many terms? 2. Do you guys see that? Okay. So now, what's the difference from the other one to this one? The only thing is that whatever we do with this term for both of these, when we multiply, we need to do the same with the second term. So check this out. I want to start with the first term. My first term is what? S. And I'm going to multiply times s and times negative 2. So what is s times s?
S to the second.
S to the second. What is s times negative 2? If you don't see it, what is the coefficient of s?
1.
What is 1 times negative 2? Negative 2, and we carry the s. Are we there so far?
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at the second term. What is 4 times s?
4.
Plus 4s. What is 4 times negative 2? Negative 8. So therefore, now I scan it. Do I have any like terms?
No.
Let's see. This one has an s. Is this the same variable? Do they have the same exact exponents? Yes, so therefore I can combine these two. So notice that they have the same variable, same exponent. So I focus on the coefficients. What is negative 2 plus 4?
No, 2.
Positive 2, is that correct? And they both had an s, so it's 2s. What was on my first term? S squared. And what was my last term? Negative 8, and we're done. Copy that, please. I showed you this. This is called, what property are we using? Distributive property, right? We're distributing, okay? However, I'm going to show you now using the area model. Remember that we introduced that yesterday? So I'm going to use the area model. Just pay attention and then you'll copy a little bit. Area model. Here's my rectangle. Now, check this out. It doesn't matter which one you write first, either the first factor or the second factor. So, I'm going to take the first factor, which is this one, s plus 4. Do you guys see it? And I'm going to write it here, s plus 4. What is my second factor? I'm going to write that over here, s minus 2. And you're saying, why, Mr. Q? Because right now we're going to find the area, and we need dimensions, don't we? Okay, now check this out. Where does this term end? About right here, right? Because after that, what is my second term? Negative 2. So therefore, where the first term ends, I'm going to draw a line down. Look at this one. Where does this term end? About right here, right? And I'll draw a line across. Now, so check this out. Look how this is going to work. I'm going to take the first term. This is a measurement of this, and this is a measurement of this. So what is the area of this square? What is s times s? S squared. What is the measurement of this little square right here? Negative 2. What is the measurement of the height? S. So what is s times negative 2? Negative 2s. Are we there so far? Okay. What is this measurement? 4. What is this measurement? S. So what is 4 times S? 4S, and it's a positive. Are we there? So we know that this measures what? 4. What does this measure right here? -2. So what is 4 times -2? -8. Are we there so far? Now check this out. Now I just need to rewrite these. This is S squared plus 4S. What is my other one? Minus 2S. And what's the last one? -8. Now, can we scan and see if we can combine anything? Yes, these right here. What is 4 minus 2? 2S. And it's a positive. And all I have to do is bring this one down and that one down, and I'm done. You see how this is the same as this? Okay. Don't we get the same answer for both? Okay, now check this out. Some of us, this is fairly easy, but for some of us it's not. Right now that you saw this, your mind was able to organize this a little bit better. So, let's copy that, please. Okay, here we go. Did everybody copy this? Okay, so once again, this is using distributive property. This is using the area model. For the party on Friday, you can use either method, whichever is easier for you to use. If you can use the distributive property better, use it. If you want to use the area model, use it. Okay? So, with that said, no. Copy this next one, please. Copy that. All right. Let's look at this one. Our last example. So, is there, let me see. How can we rewrite this? Yes? X minus 4 times X minus 4. Does everybody see that? Focus. Okay, check this out. So, using distributive property, X times X, what is that? X squared. What is X times -4? -4X. Now let's go with our second term. What is -4 times X? -4X. And what is -4 times -4? Positive 16. Let's scan through it. Can we combine like terms? Yes. These, -4, that's -8x. I can bring this term down, and this one plus 16, and we're done. Right? Hold on. Okay. Now, this one we could also do using the area model. However, I'm not going to show this one. What I do need to show you is this next one. Pay attention, please. Okay, look at this one. Here it goes. No, just pay attention. Notice that it's the same thing, except for this has now how many terms? 3. But we start with the first term and we do the same. What is x times x squared? X to the third. What is x times 4x? Positive 4x squared. What is x times -6? -6x. Next, I go to the second term. -5 times x squared. -5x squared. What is -5 times positive 4x? That's -20x. And -5 times -6, that's positive 30. From there, can we combine anything? This one and this one? How about this one and that one? Everybody see that? So, x cubed minus x squared, yes? Minus 26x, and at the end, plus 30. Can we combine anything else? No, we're done. For homework, make sure you work on that study guide. Get it from the front, turning your homework on the in the back on your way out. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your homework. See you tomorrow.